We got another. Before we go to some more supers, we've got another Will's here on a match reaction. Bro,
got the link.
3 defeats in 5 Champions League games. Mbappe looking crap. Bellingham, since he mocked Jesus, looking crap. What's going on in your club, bro?
Yeah, look, I just wanted to come through to let Liverpool fans know, don't be super excited about this. We've been shit this season. I don't know how often you guys watch like us play, but yeah, we've been a team that you guys talk about the dark arts, right? With like Arsenal, dark arts, and all these different things. No, we are the true definition of dark arts, right? We get away with it week in, week out, and we have been all season. We've been awful. And I think Liverpool, you guys dominated us, and you guys definitely are the best team in Europe right now, for sure, on form. But in terms of this win over Real Madrid, it's not as big as you guys think that it really is, because we've been bad. And I've been saying this, right? I know that that's not like what you guys like want to hear. You guys want to say, oh, this is prime Real Madrid. You guys have Mbappe. Well, we also didn't have Vinicius, right? There's no Rodrigo. There's no Tchouameni. There's no Militao. There's no Danny Carvajal. There's no David Alaba.
None of us said that, though. None of us said that.
No, wait.
These are world-class players. We know they're missing. We're not stupid. We know they're missing.
Also, we had no Jota, no Alisson.
What does that have
Trent.
to do with what I just said, though? I was just still making my point.
Because we know that Madrid aren't full strength. We've taken advantage of the fact that you're weakened. Absolutely, 100%. This is not the strongest Real Madrid. We're not saying we beat the strongest, but we're just happy we won.
I don't think the narrative that Liverpool fans are running with tonight isn't that. Our narrative tonight isn't that we have beaten the peak form of Real Madrid. Our narrative tonight is we've got over a hoodoo. We haven't beaten you since 2009, and we have played you so many times, and we've played well, and we've played crap, and we've played in between. But no matter what, we've not beaten you. And tonight, regardless of circumstance, regardless of context, Liverpool got over their hoodoo against Madrid. That's what the narrative is about, taking that momentum. It's not. We know that if Carlo Ancelotti had a fully fit team, we would not be seeing Arda Güler starting or Brahim Diaz up front. I mean, I think the big thing...
but even then, Tom, it's not like you're mentioning names of bums. Arda Güler would start for like 90% of teams in world football. Brahim Diaz would start for 90% of teams in world football. By the way, their midfield 3 was Camavinga, Bellingham, Modric. All 3 of them probably start for Liverpool Football Club. Even Modric when he started.
That Camavinga injury was a big one because he was actually.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but Will can act like their bench is a bunch of bums. Like, also we had Jota, Alisson, and Trent out. So yeah, 2 of our 4 big 4 were out.
Yeah. So
thank you, Asa.
When I brought up the injuries, it's not me making an excuse, right? You could ask Daz if he wants to admit it or not. But I've because we talk in group chats, but I've been saying that we've been bad since the season has started, and the only reason that I bring it up is because I think even if everybody was fit, I still think that Liverpool would be the favorites just based off the form that both teams are coming into this game on. But I don't think that you guys dominate us the way that you do or the way that you did if we did have some of our other players like out there. But I still do think that you guys were, because before the Vinicius news broke that he was injured on Monday, everybody still thought that you guys were the favorites. So, you know, it's just based off the form. You guys are playing really well right now. I got to give you a lot of credit. I got to give Arne Slot a lot of credit. I'm somebody that goes in on like Liverpool because I think that you guys don't have ambition. I don't like your owners and stuff. But I think that you guys have been fantastic this season. So fair play. You know, it's a good result from you guys. And yeah, we just been bad, bro. That's now three L's in the Champions League. We lost to a shit AC Milan team. We lost to Lille. And to be honest, we should have lost to Stuttgart as well in our first game. They were cooking us, and we got away with it. Dortmund, right? We're up 2, and then we had an amazing second half. It's just not been sustainable.
Dortmund made a mistake, but Dortmund went defensive too early as well. They went really defensive too early in the game in that match, and you guys have been awful, really, really. Right now,
Thibaut Courtois is the only reason why. So Thibaut Courtois and Lunin, we have 2 very good goalkeepers. If they weren't as good as they were, you would be seeing Madrid lose a lot of games by a lot of higher score lines. It's it's actually crazy.
Even today, by the way.
Question for you.
Yes,
question for you.
Well, yeah.
Question for you. Gut feeling. Has Mbappe been a bad signing and a huge waste of money?
Yes. This game solidifies that. Obviously, it's still early in the season, right? He could turn it around and then have another 6 months where he cooks. But a game like today is a game why we signed you, right? There's no Vinicius. There's no Rodrigo. you have the left wing, right? Everybody's been saying, oh, well, Mbappe's not been playing well because he's been out of position central. Okay, well, today he was on the left wing. And what did he do? He's getting locked up by Connor Bradley, who had a good game. And when I looked at the starting 11, I was identifying, because we all know that Liverpool have the best defense in Europe this season. I was identifying the fullbacks as the weak point. I'm like, okay, well, there's no Trent there, right? Mbappe, you would think a player that has that CV, that has scored that many goals, right? Top 10 goal scoring Champions League, World Cup finals, hat trick. And you would think he'd be able to put in a good performance against Connor Bradley, but he didn't. I thought Arda Güler on the right was shit today. We've all been calling for him to start. Carlo does not rate him. Carlo gives him a chance. You're going against Andy Robertson, who all you guys will agree is a liability. He's not the same player that used to be. And Arda Güler was awful today. So it's like the whole team was just bad. Jude was bad. There's only two positives I could really take from this game. The center back, Raul Asensio, he's going to be starting for us rest of the season because Militao tore his ACL again, and we didn't do what was required in the summer. We didn't sign it, no defenders. We only brought in Mbappe. Thought that could be it. And then I think Courtois he bailed us out. But yeah,
I think you're hyper focusing on Mbappe though, because if you look at this game objectively, Carlo Ancelotti came in to play a low block. That's what you guys did in the first half. You only attacked with 3. Every time you were on the break, it was Kylian Mbappe, it was Brahim Diaz, and it was Arda Güler. And every other Real Madrid player was in their own half of the pitch. You cannot expect anyone on the planet to consistently not only dribble a left back, but then cut in, dribble a center back, and then lay up a ball on a tee for just one other guy when you're outnumbered 6-3 on every single attack. I think that Carlo Ancelotti was beyond arrogant. I think that the way that he approached this game was disgusting and disgraceful. You disrespected us. You basically said, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to create any chances, and I'm going to hit you on the counter.
That's not
because
true.
Because I'm afraid of your counter. That's exactly what you did. Your only legitimate shot on goal was from a penalty, and it was saved. The other one was Lucas Vazquez from outside the box, which meant nothing. And then the other one was the guy who came in for Mendy, whose name I can't remember. He had the one. Yeah, it was pretty much like a cross, but it was right in front of the goal, and Kelleher saved it. So it counts as a shot on goal. Outside of that, you did not produce a single on-target attempt.
Well, yeah, but that's not
in a low block against this. To me, it is, because you should be playing football. You should be playing football against
hang on a minute, Mike. Can I ask you a question about that? I'm a little confused. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm a bit confused. If you're saying he sat behind the ball and that's disrespectful because he didn't think you'd be able to create anything, is him sitting behind the ball not him saying you are really creative and I'm scared of it, so I'm going to put everybody behind the ball? Is that not respecting your attack?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What I'm trying to say is that it's more disrespectful to Real Madrid. The fact that you thought you were incapable of playing football at Anfield. I mean, listen, Jude was absolutely awful. I just saw a screenshot. Like every single metric that you could rate a midfielder on, it was a 0. Like 0 chances, 0 tackles, 0 balls won, whatever. Curtis Jones was fantastic. But every time you had the ball in transition in that first half, you attacked with 3 players. That is disrespectful to yourself. The fact that you don't feel like you could commit more than 3 on a single attack. The only time you started attacking with even numbers was in like the 85th minute. And from the 85th minute on, yes, every time you came in, it was kind of mano-y-mano. But you basically put yourself at a disadvantage the entire time because you said, you're too scary. You're Real Madrid. I don't care if you're missing Vinicius. And even if Vinicius was in there, I don't think that Carlo Ancelotti would have changed up his tactics. To me, you played scared. And if I'm Real Madrid, I should never be playing scared because I've won this competition 15 times. I am this team's bogey team. I am the mighty Real Madrid. I never play scared. I thought it was like a defeatist mentality.
Well, and that's why Carlo needs to go. This is his last season. It's very evident. Carlo,
it's very respectful to Liverpool, but I think it's disrespectful to Real Madrid and your capabilities. And
but Carlo's tactics and his subs have been bad this entire season. That's the thing. And I give him a little bit of grace only because our bench was really poor. So like he couldn't really make any other subs that would really be impactful. It's like if our starting 11 didn't get anything done, and there was nothing that anybody off the bench was going to be able to do. So I can give some grace there, but just Carlos' tactics this season, right? His subs, just everything that he's been doing has been wrong. And I even told you this on this channel, Terry, as well, in like one of the top 6 shows. But yeah, this is Carlos' last season. It's all good. Everybody can enjoy it now. So,
I hear that. Do some of these super chats here, guys. I'm so glad that he never started Trent. Who would you start? I'm going to throw this question very quickly to Tom. Who would you start Sunday? Connor Bradley because of what he did today, or do you start Trent? You're on mute.
I think Bradley's injured.
I don't know how serious the injury was that he had to go off with.
Great point.
So as it stands, I'd start Trent. To be fair, I'd quite like to see Trent against City because it's the first time he's been fit for one of these games in 4 seasons.
That's crazy. That's crazy. This is from Sanjay. He says, many said we haven't played anyone big. Guess Real Madrid are a small club. Bring on City. Well played, Reds.
I mean, we haven't played anyone above us yet.
That's kind of true. I think it's Baby Bradley and Baby Tom having a field day today. Liverpool, right? Sorry, already done that super chat from O'Bird. Thank you. It says Thomas Large. Who's a better manager, Amorim or Arne Slot?
The one who's top of the Premier League and the Champions League.
Answer the question. Say his name, fraud.
Are you still Slot out?
I was never Slot out.
That's a lie. You wanted that.
Get back to the important topic, which is Arne Slot. Slot out. That is my analysis of this Slot situation. Hashtag Slot out. Slot out.
I know Safi sent you this clip as well, but if I sent you bitching.
Now, in fairness, that video is saved on videos on the on the match reaction branding. So
that's I'm bored of it. I've already clarified this 100 times.
It's not going anywhere, that video. We need to start talking about injuries. Konate and Bradley. Oh, did Konate get injured as well today?
He picked up a knock at the end of the game. We don't know how serious it was. He was sort of limping, but it kind of feels like the same thing. I think it was 2 games ago, where he sort of like limped off at the end.
I hope it's good. It's too early to talk, but he hopes they'll be fit to play. So I assume he's thinking they're not as serious as they could be.
Mike, would you say this is a true statement that Southampton gave Liverpool a harder game than Real Madrid?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that Southampton actually came to play football, and they attacked in numbers, and they gave us difficulty in the midfield. But this Madrid team came to sit back in a shell and launch the ball to Mbappe and just pray to God that the 99 rated team of the season card showed up and just cooked us like this was a video game. But that's just not the way football works.
This super chat here says, I don't know why us Liverpool fans think FSG don't buy in January. If you really look at it, they have bought every January except for 2 of them.
Hey, I hope they buy again.
Context is key.
They never buy players that we actually need. That's the problem. They never buy what we need, just players.
But Edwards hasn't been here for the past 4 seasons, and he never buys in his first window. And right now, the summer looks genius from him. So, we made money. There's nothing to tell me that we're not going to spend something.
One of those was that bloke we bought from Scotland who never played, and the other one was the Turkish centre back who basically never played.
Ben Davies came from Preston. Yeah. He went to Scotland. He came from Preston. And he never played.
Yeah, but him. Yeah, that was a great. I remember when he signed Kabak, and I remember it was Ram. Oh, he's been on our radar for years. This is going to be a genius signing. Moneyball. Oh, that was. Where is he now? Where is he? Wasn't he at Norwich or something?
He failed at Norwich. He's now like back up at Hoffenheim in Germany.
Back over.
I don't think it's a question of if we're going to spend. I think it's the question of which position are we going to fill? Are we going to go for the forward, which is what I think we need, or are we going to go for a defender, which is what I don't think we need, or a midfielder, which I could hear the argument of? Like,
we'll buy the goalie. We'll buy the goalie.
Okay, sure. We're going to have 4 now.
Yeah. Just buy all the goalies.
Buy all the goalies. In fairness, some of your goalies are better on the ball than some of Man United's midfielders, to be fair. So, it's not a bad thing. You're playing there. There's injuries.
I have a question for Liverpool.
Yeah, go on, bro.
How do you think this game impacts what Trent does?
Why would he go to you now?
I don't think this game has an impact.
I don't think it plays any part.
I think even if we beat you This isn't like, bro, this is not WWE. Like, winner take custody of Trent. Like, this is not like fucking like. I don't think this result has any. If we could have beaten you 5-0 or lost 5-0, I don't think it would have an impact on his decision. To be honest with you, I think his decision is going to be based more on the future and probably the money as well, because he's going to be signing a contract of his prime for the next 4 or 5 years. So it depends on where he think he wants to play.
If, for example, we won the Champions League or the league, or look, let's just, I'm going to put it out there. If we won both, right?
Both.
Easy there, Rax. Easy there.
But
you know how this works.
Again, you could look at it both ways, right? So the whole thing could be, yes, you could say, okay, that's the icing on the cherry on the icing on the cake in his Liverpool career. And now he wants to go for new challenges, or that will prove to him that we could challenge at the top of the European game moving forward, and that would make him want to stay. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it changes anything personally. I'm not a Liverpool fan, but if he wants to go to Real Madrid, you just said there, Mike, and I think you're right. They're not playing great football, but if they're like, look, we're bringing in, I'm not going to name a manager. We're bringing in a new manager who plays beautiful football in the summer. They have the players in that Real Madrid team to play much better football than we're seeing, and I think there is. And I know it upset a lot of Liverpool fans today when Bellingham talks about the knock from Real Madrid is different. But it is, and you've had homegrown legends in the past, 2 homegrown legends in your past, 2 of your greatest ever Premier League players do what Trent is, and it seems to be a thing almost. It's almost like a thing now for your academy players to get to a certain age and go, I want Real Madrid. Now it doesn't always work out. It did for McManaman, didn't for Michael Owen. But it could for Trent, and he might want. I don't think. Yeah, I don't.
You wouldn't know it didn't work out for Michael Owen the way he talks about it. Honest to God,
he can go though, because I've got a 21-year-old Irishman who just locked up the world's best player. So I mean, all good.
Is he 21? I thought he was only 19.
He wasn't out there today, Daz.
Oh, Bradley's 21.
I was 21. I thought it was younger than that. But yeah, look.